So I was given a job to fix garment breakage on their character. As you can see, this is the character here from T-pose to the actual movement of the character. You can see this. So, and if you look at the shoulder part, the simulation is not looking too good. So all these parts, I'm going to fix them, and I'm going to explain to you how you can fix them, and also how you can avoid some issues when you are animating your clothes with your character, especially if you are working for animation studios and or you're working as a solo animator. So, and this animation is very long. This is about 4,000. So let me just do it like that. So before we continue, just don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell to get more tutorial from Timmy the Creator. So let's begin. So one thing about animating your character is this. I think most character animator, they don't consider the fact that the character is going to wear clothes, or is going to put on a clothes. Sorry, let me just use that. Is going to put on a clothes. So there are sometimes that they rig a character or they animate a character whereby the part of the body enters the character's body too. I think it's a particular frame here. You can see all these. All these are like way too close. I'm sure, yeah, it's way too close. But then this one is still minor, and there's a part here that is very crazy. You can even see a lot of error breaking from behind. So all this will be explained, and you can see this. So, and the clothes is bouncy too much. It's too bouncy. So all this thing, we're going to fix it in this tutorial. So let's begin. So I'm going to go back to, okay, let me start from the first frame. I'm going to start from the first frame, go to simulation. So this is it, and this is our pattern here. So one thing I noticed when I got the project file was that there is a lot of you can see this shoulder part. They use what they call tacking tool. So they tack the cloth to the character's body so that this shoulder sleeve should not fall. So this is the tack to here. This is tack here. So this is edit tack here. So when I select edit tack, you can see a lot of tacking. You can see this a lot, both left and right. You can see the way they tack all this. And all this thing are not needed. Instead of using this method, you can use what they call friction. So you can just create a separate fabric and assign friction to the cloth, or you can even assign friction to the whole part of the cloth to avoid bouncy, because this is just for a character or a cartoon. Let me just put the cartoon animation, not really into a real life simulation of the thing. So you can always tweak your garment the way you want. You get. So so this is it here. So the first thing I'm going to do is to select everything. Control A to select all the tacking. Make sure you've selected the tacking too. I'm going to delete everything. So I'm going to select delete, which is backspace. Yeah, so I've deleted that. So another thing here is this now. So, well, the person that designed these clothes was trying to prevent the clothes from penetrating, like there are layers of clothes. So all this will be, when I check this, let me select A. So when I check this is on layer 3, because you can see there are like too close behind. So you have to put it on top. But I tried it too, it was not working for me. So the best thing you can do in this situation is to change everything to 0. When you change everything to 0, it is fine. So you can just change everything to 0. So because using 3 layer is causing clothes bouncing or making the garment break during animation. So you need to like change it. So I'm going to change everything to 0. So when I change everything to 0, it's going to look like this. You can see this is it. So now and this part too, you can see there is green. When you see green, just know that there is layer there. So I think I changed. Is this 0? Why is this top part green? Let me see this. There are two. Are there 2 fabric? I'm coming. This front. This is back. I need to check. But this part is green. So why is it green? Oh, there's elastic there. There is elastic. Let me check. Is there elastic? Okay, there's no elastic. I don't know why it is green though. Showing green from here. Coming. Showing green from here. So it's not supposed to be showing. I don't know why. Except it's a glitch. Let me see. Let me see all this one. I just need to check if. Let me see all this. Okay, none of it is showing green. Let me see all these two. Okay, something is showing green here. Let me change this to 0. So I'm trying to figure out the pattern. Okay, it has changed. Yeah, you can see it has changed now. So it has changed. So okay, so we have this, but then we are not still done because we need to add friction to the fabric. So okay, let me select this fabric. So this is the cotton heavy twill, And let me just add a general. Normally I would have just created another separate fabric, and this same I'll just duplicate it and assign this shoulder this thing to the fabric wall. Let me use this. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to go to the property. I'm going to click on details, and we're going to scroll down. We can drag the friction to 100. And another thing again is this one behind also. I need to like find a way to fix it. So I think okay, let me test it on. If I use strengthening, is going to look weird because I want it to also not look too. I don't want it to break too much. Sorry, let me use that word. So let me see strengthening first, because strengthening can make it swell up. Should I call it swell? Or let me I'm using my simulation. You can see I don't want to stop my simulation. So Control Z. Yep. So let me simulate back. You can see. Let me see the fabric if it's still bouncy. Okay. So if it is bouncy, wait, I'm not done. Yeah, let me just select this and use solidify instead. So I'm going to right click and select solidify. Let me simulate. Okay. So if your cloth is bouncy, you can tweak the fabric properties, that exact fabric property. So stop my simulation. Let me see this fabric. So this is the silk. So you can just go up. Let me go up and let me see the knit cotton jersey or the knit cotton jersey. Let's see. Sorry. There are 2 layers of clothing. I just want to be careful. So yeah, so we have this okay, and this is okay, this is good, but please don't use tacking on your character. Don't tack your pattern to your character's body when you want to animate. It can cause breakage. So the best thing to do is to add increase the friction of the fabric. When you increase the friction of the fabric, it will prevent the cloth will slip, but not the way you expect it to slip off. It will just slip in a realistic way. Let me just put it like that. So but then it will also stay there for a long time before it slips off. So this is it. And when I'm simulating, I think this looks better. You can only adjust the pattern. Yeah, we have something like this. So what else again? So I think another part I did was I also added strengthening to the fabric inside and outside, or to the inner fabric, one of them. Let me see. But let me stop my simulation. Let me go to animation. You can see. So after making several changes, the animation, the garment data has deleted. So automatically to delete it will make any changes. So now I have to like simulate, I have to like animate or simulate the 4000 frames to see if our result is better. So I'm going to do that, and I'll return to show you the results. So I'm going to skip this part, but make sure you're using animation stable too. So I'm going to click on animation stable. And okay, so guys, I had to like pause the animation here because I couldn't like finish this job for this particular client that gave me the job, because he had to like go and rectify some issue with his animator, that his character animator. So I will tell you why, and I'll show you the issue here. So I kept on, after several tweaks, I kept on facing this particular problem whereby the hand of the character enters the cloth, but it is because the hand of the character actually penetrates into the, should I say, the waist or the hips of the character, then now come outside of the clothes. Like, so when you're animating your character, you have to make sure that your hand or the fingers doesn't penetrate inside the body of the character itself, because it is going to affect the result of the cloth animation. So that's very, very important. So let's start from frame 1. So I'm going to start from frame 1. You can see, and this is it. Then I'll just pull through so that you can see how it looks like. So you can see this. You can see the whole movement. You can see that we don't even need the layer 1, 2, 3. You don't even need it, because when he did that, I noticed that when he used that, the cloth was flickering. You get, though it took me time while fixing the work, because I had to like figure it out on my own. But then doing this tutorial is just to show you, so that sometimes you might need to just have to turn off the layer and just leave everything the way it looks like. The only thing you need to add is just your friction. So you can see this is better. I can see the with the movement, the should I say the strap, or yeah, the pattern at the shoulders are still like staying on the shoulder. You can see it's not slipping off. If I did not increase the friction, it would have slipped off to the elbow side or to the arm side, the upper arm. So you can see this, you can see this, it's still there, and it's still there. You can see this. So just keep watching. I want to show you something. So you can see everything looks smooth, looks perfect. You can see. So if you're a cloth animator, or you work for an animator, be an animation industry whereby your job is to fix or to animate clothes, then you will need tutorials like this. I need to work closely with animator animating characters so that you can tell them what to do and what not to do. So you can see this, you can see. So now you can see how you can see this. So sorry, don't mind me. You can see that this particular arm now is moving closer, and the more it penetrates into the character's body, the clothes is going to suck both the body and the upper body, and also the part of the body that's also pushing in. So, and let me move frame by frame. I'm trying to move frame by frame so you can see what I'm saying. Can you see this? So now at this point, if I am to, I don't know if I can hide the pattern here. Let me see something like Shift Q and Shift Q. So I'm trying to hide the pattern so I can show what I'm saying. You can see this. So at this point here, at this particular point, you can see that this is the bust or the breast of the character. You can see the arm has entered or penetrated the breast of the character, and that is why the cloth is sucking in the arm of the character, sucking in the ears, the or other part of the, or the, should I say the arm of the character? Yes, that particular word. So you just have to make sure that the character's hand does not penetrate into the body of another part of the body, or else it will affect your cloth animation. And this is what I cannot fix, because this is a problem from the character animator. So if this has been fixed, that means we are going to have a perfect animation from frame 1 to frame 3,800 and something. See, that's a long animation. So you can see, and because of that, it has sucked this in. Sure you get, but that has to be fixed by the character animation. So I'm just sharing this tutorial because it's a job I got from somebody, so I need to share this out there. So for anybody that is also in this part of niche of cloth animation, or is a character animation, or both side, or both character and cloth animator. So thank you for watching this tutorial from Timmy the creator. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell to get more tutorial from me. So see you in my next video.